Welcome to HDTV. You are now rocking with your boy. Well, basically, I'm going through the daily review, the weekend review. Basically something different. What's up, Know the Ledge? What's up, Terrell? What's up, man? How y'all doing? The first topic I wanted to get into was the first topic is going in. Yeah, we live. Yeah, we live. We're going live now, man. I'm going to be talking to y'all as well as flipping some things. I like to shout out to Know the Ledge, Terrell Hubbard, C Pen for the win. Shout out to everybody. Sorry I got in here so late. Had some things to take care of. It's been a while. What's up, Steve Alexander? Make sure you guys hit the like button, man, on your way in, please. Hit the like button. I want as many likes as we can get. Chilling, Steve, chilling. Now, the Gucci and the Jeezy thing, I know I'm late. Like I tell you guys, I work on for UPS, and it's a lot of hard work. And then I barely get enough time. I'm glad I'm in here right now. We're gonna go over the NFL. Not only the NFL, we're gonna go over the NBA news. Yep, it is that time of the year, C-Pen. Thanksgiving. You guys be safe this week. Make sure you're safe because crime is up right now, and not only that, that COVID is hitting people. Now, the guccimane versus Jeezy. Everybody did a view on it. Carcino did a live on it. I seen everybody. I listened to it in the truck. I watched it on my break, and people were basically saying Jeezy won, and I kind of disagree. Jeezy had a lot of mainstream songs, a lot of mainstream hits, but Gucci had a lot of B-side records and hood records, and he was going in with it with Jeezy. I was in the truck delivering, laughing my butt off. I was on the floor crying when guccimane put out his diss song on Jeezy, and when he was talking about Jeezy's dead homie, Jeezy got so mad, man. He got up trying to bring in King Von and all the people who've died or been killed the past year, and basically the past three years he was trying to bring people in, but guccimane to me won. I had Gucci winning. Jeezy won in the middle when he started playing Shawty Red on the track. Jeezy started coming back. But in the beginning, I was trying to figure out why Jeezy didn't play some of his songs. Jeezy has a lot of better songs than what he was playing, especially street songs. So I don't get why he didn't go into trying to play the music that everybody listened to, that everybody was jumping on, so that's that's something I never understood at all. So I don't understand that. But Jeezy, man, like people were trying to tell me, hold on real quick, guys. I'm letting everybody else know we live. So basically, I don't understand why Jeezy didn't yeah, C Pen, you right. They left a lot on the bone. It was still dope though. I agree. It was, to me, that was the best verses I've seen in a long time. Like the one with Monica and Brandy was straight. And yeah, he should have played 24-23 C Pen. If he would have played that song, it would have got on and popping. He got other diss songs that he had to Jeezy. You remember that one song? He was like, what type of man named himself after a bag? You were a Louis Vuitton. You know, you remember that? C Pen, I know you remember that because he was killing Gucci on that track. I don't know why he did not put up a lot of his tracks, man. That is just mind-boggling to me. I don't understand. Yeah, Streets on Lock. Yeah, man. I don't even understand why he ain't play that. He could have played what was that? He didn't play the one song, I'ma beat the cookie up. Dun, dun. He could have played that too. That song went hard. But yeah, Gucci left a lot too on the table. Gucci should have played a couple of them. I'm not real privy to both of these guys' music because I'm not a fan of either one, but I did listen to those guys because my ex-girlfriend, she was a fan of both of them. So I had to listen to Gucci and Jeezy all goddamn day. So trust me, I was not missing nothing. But the entertainment factor, like I said, it depends on what you like. If you like the mainstream, the sort of commercial songs, then you would go with Jeezy. But if you like the gutter, the raw, I'm all in your face, and you know you can listen to that before you go to work, after you leave, you're gonna listen to that Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't get it, man. They could have did a lot better with that. Now the next thing is the NBA guys. You know, I didn't want to stay on that topic too long because like I said, I'm not a fan of either one, but I agree with C Pen. It was a great live. It was great to see two guys and also my son, I think he said something as well, talking about Gucci was acting like a kid. My son, man, Gucci from the streets, bro. I know 5 or 6 people like Gucci. They just don't have that chill. They don't have that aptitude where they could judge, excuse me, aptitude. They don't know how to judge the scene or judge what's going on unless it's something that affects them or it's something that will help them. They don't give a damn. So I wasn't really upset with how Gucci was acting because that's Gucci. In St. Petersburg, Florida, where I'm from, guys in Wildwood and 34th Street, they act just like Gucci. I went to school with them and graduated. They the same people. They would, you know, they lucky Gucci older because some of my guys I know, they would have just slapped Jeezy because of the beef. Because Jeezy tried to take this man's life, and I agreed with everything guccimane was doing. I don't have no problem with it. If people want to get mad, then I mean, you live in a box because we live in a world where people are going to be who they are, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter if they're creating stuff for you or they're doing things for you or giving you handouts. Doesn't matter. You're not going to be you're not going to be able to make people act a certain way. I used to teach kids in Jacksonville, Florida, kids who were underprivileged, who were getting a second chance to get their diploma. These kids were worse than Gucci. Like they was terrible. Like, but it's not their fault. It's where they're from. I was with Hitman Hollow on that conversation. Gucci has the right to feel that way. He almost got his life took. Exactly, C-Pen. I got to go see that. I think I saw it on one of my feeds on YouTube. I got to go see that because yeah, I agree with Hitman Holler. That man tried to get it. That man, if somebody went after your life, you would not like them. I give Gucci the biggest props because Gucci didn't have to do it. Gucci could have popped off right then and there. He could have got it jumping if he wanted to. But Gucci has shown his maturity and he's shown that he's gotten older. So it was cool. I love how cordial it was. Now, NBA talk, man. We all know the elephant in the room, man. Look, I want people to understand. I am not a LeBron hater, even though he is a brownie. I call him LeBrownies because you know he does crumble under pressure. For him to do the moves that he is doing is utterly ridiculous. he went after Montrezl Harrell. Remember, I did a video on that. You know, this was before even Carcino was saying what he was saying. I did a video talking about the trainer coming out saying it. But I think Carcino made it too as well. Yeah. I think Carcino did it around that time. He might have did it before me. I don't know. Y'all go subscribe to Carcino for life. He might have did it before me. But I read a news article where Kawhi's trainer came out and exposed Montrezl Harrell. And I even said on that video that LeBron was like, we're gonna get you signed over here. Just do what you do. I predicted he was gonna go to the Lakers on that video. I knew he was finna go. Because why would you sign the Clutch Sports? And Montrez is a big piece to grab because he's going to do all the dirty work. He's going to get the rebounds. He's going to score underneath the basket. He's going to box guys out. He's going to do everything you need him to do. He's to me, he's better than what Dwight's going to be. Terrell, I feel you, T. Hubbard. You're right. They do it again. Yeah, C-Pen, LeBrownies, LeClutch, you name it. You're right. Because it doesn't make sense to me. This guy's able to put whoever he want to put on his team. He done put Dennis Schroeder on the team. Now he got Montrezl Harrell. Now, reports are saying Patrick Beverley is real pissed off. He's mad, and I don't blame him. To me, Beverly's cut from that Kevin Garnett cloth. You went to go join them. Now, if this doesn't motivate the Clippers, I don't know what motivates them. Paul George need to grow some nuts. He need to stop being no planners Paul. He needs to actually do what he has to do. Yeah, it was a great pick, Terrell, by the Lakers to get Montrez, but I talked about this on a video. The video was about, I think it was called Three Stooges and a Goat. Three Stooges and a LeBrownies. That's the name of the video. Three Stooges and a LeBrownies. I talked about the Lakers were finna pick Montrezl Harrell up because I knew it was finna happen. I knew what he was doing. He was out here telling them how Kawhi plays, what moves he does, telling them the game plan. Because the last two times they played each other, if you watch when they played the Clippers, the Lakers, it was like they were in sync. Like they knew exactly what the Clippers were finna do. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly, C-Pen. He should have known that. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why you getting mad about it. It's like, it's fake to me. Dude, he's with Clutch Sports. You should have been prepared he was going to do this. So I'm shocked too. I don't get it. Yeah, exactly, Terrell. The Clippers better show up. They need to put up or shut up. I don't want to hear no excuses. I'm finna do a video tomorrow on that. No more excuses, part 2, and it's gonna be on the Clippers. I don't want to hear it. Paul George is a liability. I said before the season I did not like Paul George going to play because Paul George, he's not that guy. Paul George has flamed out every damn playoff series. Every playoff series, this guy has fell off. And I don't know why people keep trying to give this guy a contract. They're trying to give this guy a contract all the time. Oh man, they bringing back Marcus Morris. Now the Surge pick is great because what Surge will do, Surge will help out on the boards and he can defend. And Surge has a high IQ, especially on defense. But Marcus Morris, that is a bad move. They bringing Marcus Morris back is only going to hurt them in the long run. Marcus Morris is terrible in clutch and situational basketball. In the situation last year, he the reason Luka went off for 30 on him and hit the last second shot. He the reason the Nuggets came back to beat them. He the one who pissed the Nuggets off and woke Millsap up, and Millsap scored what, 6, 8 straight points and got some rebounds. It's a joke. And then the trade, the Milwaukee Bucks is gonna trade 3 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks for a Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday. Yeah, he did. See, Penn Marcus Morris was terrible in those games. He the reason they lost those games in the regular season to the Lakers. He the reason they lost in the bubble and they lost that last regular season game they played. His defense was atrocious, and then he wasn't hitting the shots he needed to hit. Then he was shooting the ball too much. So I don't agree with him coming back, but I don't know, man. Yeah, he smoked too much. That's all he do. Him, Trez, I'm telling you, him, Trez, and all him and Trez and them was over there chilling with the brother on the Lakers, and they was just over there kikiing laughing. Marcus Morris he's a bum. He needs to just be wiped away, sent his papers, and get out the league. He's not that good, and he's not that good. Exactly. That's all. Exactly, CP. That's all he do is smoke. But the Bucks trades really made me upset with the 3 first-round picks. The 3 first-round picks to go acquire for Drew Holiday was just atrocious. I would not have given up no damn three. I would have gave up probably one, maybe if that. I wouldn't even gave up a one. I'd have gave up probably a second and then a one the following year for Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday is not worth no 3 1s. I mean, he's very good on defense. You know, he knows he knows how to play one-on-one defense, perimeter defense. He can switch and match up with bigger two guards. Yeah, exactly, C-Pen. It's like, what is you doing? 3 first-round picks for Drew Holiday? And then the second trade, why would you get rid of DiVincenzo and Ilyasova? Those guys were big contributors for you to be successful. Yeah, James Harden is going to command a future starting five now. He is. James Harden, I do not want to see him go to Brooklyn. But first, though, the Milwaukee Bucks have hurt themselves because they've lost a great defender in Wesley Matthews. I don't get how you let him go to the Lakers. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You keep a Wesley Matthews because if you would have had Wesley Matthews and Drew Holiday on the perimeter, that would have been lockdown city. They would have been able to go against all the best teams, the Nets, the Lakers, anybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, James Harden needs to stay in Houston and figure it out. Him and Russell Westbrook, their problem is they don't want to change who they are. I don't get it. Russell Westbrook, if he ever learned how to shoot a mid-range shot or work on a damn post game, he would be amazing. Westbrook probably would be the best player of this generation if he ever worked on his footwork and worked on his game. And he plays too out of control. All the things we love about Russell Westbrook, he always does something different. Yeah, he bricks his jump shots. He's always taking dumb shots. And not only that, they could be leading by 10. He's still playing like it's the first quarter, running up and down the court, up and down the court, up and down the court. It's like, dude, we don't have time for that. We don't need that. What we need is for you to learn how to run a half court offense. But in college, Russell Westbrook was a two guard. If anybody remembers, he was a two guard. He was a two guard in college at UCLA, and I believe he played with Kevin Love. I forgot the point guard name they had at that time, but the point guard was raw because he was giving Kevin Love the ball in positions. He was getting the ball to Westbrook in positions. Westbrook was better then because he was naturally playing a two. He didn't have to bring the ball up and get the other 4 guys involved. He doesn't have the vision of a point guard. He doesn't have the feel of a point guard. You know, yeah, I love Russ competitive. Russ is so competitive. Russ has that fire that we've seen from MJ and Kobe. He has that same fire, but he just doesn't know how to he doesn't know how to control it and channel it. He don't know how to channel that energy to for a win or for to get his teammates involved, to help his guys get better. He just doesn't have that focus. If he ever learned how to channel that fire he has, man, Westbrook would be unstoppable. He would be unstoppable. Yeah, he doesn't have none of that stuff. It's crazy. He just doesn't. And I'm a huge Russell Westbrook fan. I've always loved Russell Westbrook. He just messes up at the wrong time. Him and James Harden need to suck it up. They need to get their head out their butt and they need to go out there and figure it out. They need to change their game if they want to win a championship. They can't be going for these 40s or these 50s, and then they can't be dominating the ball. Both of these guys dominate the ball. Now, James could pass the ball, he'll move it. Westbrook can pass the ball, but they're more passing as for an assist instead of I'm passing the ball to you to get better. Now, I know if you hear that, it sounds difficult to understand, but there's different ways to pass. Some people pass to get guys an easier shot. Some people pass the ball to make that guy feel better. Even if he doesn't take the shot, he'll be giving the ball to him to let him know you're a part of this offense. That's how you make guys better. It's not necessarily getting the assist. You know, anybody could get an assist. I could get an assist. Terrell could get an assist. C. Penn could get an assist. It's about the extra assist. It's about how getting the ball to that extra guy in the corner, or give it to that guy who's open on the back screen, or give it to that guy from the elbow, or coming in transition. You don't have to necessarily shoot a three. That's lost art in this game today. Is fast breaks used to go to the basket. Now these guys pulling up from jumpers, shooting bad shots is dumb. It's dumb as hell. Yeah, I agree, C-Pen. James Harden needs to start taking more mid-range shots. And yeah, Terrell, I agree. Kobe was right about him. Kobe was right because Kobe went through this. This is why I don't understand why people got mad at Kobe Bryant. Like Shannon and them and Skip was like, oh, you were the ultimate shot jacker. I mean, that's why Kobe was telling him, dude, you're not going to win that way because I went through that. Tracy McGrady went through that. In Orlando, Tracy was doing that, and they didn't win. So you have to understand is that to get better, you have to learn how to not, how do I say, you have to learn how to not think about, okay, I need to get these points. I need to get these buckets. Sometimes you just need to pass and make the extra pass. Larry Bird wasn't dropping 30 or 40 points all the time. Larry Bird was playing within a system and through the team. It just so happens he would go for 30 that game because that's what the offense dictated that night. Magic Johnson, he could give you 20 or 25 points, but he'd rather give you 5 or 6 more assists than points. You know, Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons, he did the same thing. He'll make that extra pass, but if it's time for him to take over, he's going to take over because he can score left or right, he can shoot, he can take you off the dribble, he can do all of that stuff. So that made him a complete player. That's the problem. We don't have that today. We don't have none of that today. No fundamentals anymore. Yeah, James Harden needs to work on his right hand, Terrell. James Harden, I don't know what it is about these players today. I think these players today, they don't want to be great. I just think they want it handed to them instead of saying, you know what, I'm finna go out here and take it. I'm finna go out here and score. I'm finna go out here and take the bull by the horns. We're gonna win. Now, also, De'Aaron Fox, guys, De'Aaron Fox re-signed to Sacramento. I like that move that he did because De'Aaron Fox, he deserved that money. His game continues to get better and better each year. So what do you guys think? You guys think De'Aaron Fox deserved that money he got from the Kings? Because that was a good contract he signed. And then we got Kelly Oubre going to the Golden State Warriors. Yep, exactly, C-Pen. I agree. They just do enough to get paid. Terrell, you right. Fox is raw. Yeah, he is. He raw. That boy is nasty with it. Kelly Oubre is in Golden State now as well. So Golden State, I made a video a day ago or 2 days ago talking about no more excuses. Draymond Green, I don't understand. I've never seen a guy who gets all this money and he's not held to a high standard. But basically, the media is trying to paint the picture. If Golden State doesn't succeed this year, Steph Curry is going to get the blame, and then they're going to strip Steph Curry of being a superstar, which I disagree with. Steph Curry is a superstar. To me, the thing is going to be Draymond Green. You have to get him out of there because he's too toxic, and I don't trust him. I think he's going to be. I think he done gave LeBron the playbook on Golden State. Yep, exactly, C-Pen, another Clutch Sports op. And he basically, I think he done gave it. Right. What Dre gonna do? That's what I want to know. What Dre gonna do? Dre need to come out here and dominate. He need to be spectacular on both ends. He need to at least get him about 15 to 18 points a game. He got to do that, man, because because you got Oubre. Oubre can score. You got who else you got? Wiggins, he comes and goes, but he can give you a good solid 8, maybe 10 at times, depending on how you feel in that game. I like the Wiseman draft pick. Wiseman was a great pick. Golden State, yeah, I can't either see Penn. Wiggins, he got all that talent and it's just a waste. But Golden State, to me, I think Golden State could finish 5th or 6th. I believe they can go 5th or 6th in the playoffs. I think they can make it. Yeah, Terrell, you're right. F Wiggins. Right, C Pen. He plays with no passion, but that's a lot of the players today, though, C Pen. There's a lot of players today who don't play with passion. These guys are spoiled brats to me. They can't take criticism. They can't take being told about themselves. They always take everything personal. And it's like, man, like the NBA has just gotten so trash now. But I think the Warriors could be 5th or 6th. I believe they can go 5th or 6th, making the playoffs. And if they could get to the 5th or 6th seed, that'll be wonderful for them. Yeah, soft. You're right. Very soft. But I think the Warriors and everything could do well. The Phoenix Suns with Chris Paul, everyone's saying that they'll be like a 6th seed, and I think they're gonna be a 7th or 8th seed. I don't see the Phoenix Suns really finishing up because you gotta look at it. We got the Denver Nuggets, and let me see. I forgot on the last stream. I gotta see if what's his name? Jeremy Grant. Did Jeremy Grant go back to the Nuggets or did he? Let's see. Yeah, the Denver Nuggets signed JaMychal Green to a 2-year, $15 million. Denver Nuggets signed JaMychal Green to a 2-year, $15 million contract. That's a big move. But Jeremy Grant left. Jeremy Grant signed a 3-year, $60 million contract to go play with the Pistons. He signed to the Pistons. Man, the Pistons gonna be tough. He signed a 3-year, $60 million contract. Was one of the most shocking moves from the first night of NBA free agency. Wow. But the Nuggets picked up JaMychal Green. Okay, he went to Detroit. Yeah, I see you. What up, Joseph Bailey? Joe Cool, what's going on? Joe Cool. Yeah, C-Pen. They brought Millsap back for a 1-year deal, and they brought JaMychal Green in. JaMychal Green's gonna be a good pick. I always liked JaMychal Green. I've always liked JaMychal Green since Memphis. Since he's been in Memphis, I've always liked JaMychal's game. I thought Doc didn't play him enough. I think if Doc would have played him and Shamet more down the stretch, I think they could have closed the series because he didn't give Shamet or JaMychal a chance to get in the rhythm. So I think JaMychal Green is going to be a great piece to the Nuggets. Because basically, they're gonna start Michael Porter Jr. So, but Michael Porter Jr. got to work on his defense. But I say right now in the West, man, it's looking like the Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets in that order. Yeah, C-Pen. Oh yeah, Joe Cool. We talked about that earlier. We talked about Serge going to the Clippers. That was a big move, but they crossed that move out by going to bring back Marcus Morris. They're bringing Marcus Morris back. They're bringing him back. It's like, what? Why are you bringing Marcus Morris back? Marcus Morris was a bum. He was a straight bum. He cost them the championship. Yeah, he signed the Clippers a 4-year deal, $64 million. Yeah, exactly, Terrell. Getting Serge Ibaka was a great move. I was like, wow, because I thought Serge was gonna go to Brooklyn. But what I'm thinking is gonna happen, guys, I think Brooklyn ought to just keep their team together. Yeah, they gave Morris way too much money, Joe Bailey, man. Joe Cool, they gave him way, they gave this man, hold on, where is it at? They gave this man 4 years for $64 million. That is a travesty. He got way too much money. They should have let him walk. Why wouldn't you let him walk? You could have gone pick somebody else up. But they got Luke Kennard. They got Serge Ibaka added. And I think they're gonna go after Rondo. I think they're still trying to get Rondo. Rondo is still out there. I think they ought to go get Rondo. Rondo would fit perfectly in that lineup coming off the oh no, my bad. Rajon Rondo has signed the 2-year deal with Atlanta. He signed the 2-year deal. That's a great move for him to go to Atlanta. That's a great move for because him and Trae Young, he could help Trae Young so much. Because when he comes in the game, Trae could bump to the 2. Yeah, C-Pen. I saw it late, man. Like I said, C-Pen, I'm gonna be late with a lot of stuff on here because I've been working, man. UPS got me working slave hours. Like I'm working dang near 10 hours a day. Only one day off. So yeah, DeMarcus Cousins is still available, Joku. DeMarcus, I don't know where DeMarcus ought to go. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Carcino, I think, talked about that C-Pen. Dinwiddie. Yeah, C-Pen. I be working, dog. When I get a chance, that's why y'all hear my alarming on my videos, because I be doing the video up there. Yeah, exactly, Terrell. That's what I'm saying. When Rondo comes in, Rondo could be the point, and you can move Trae to the 2, and that'll be a nasty little lineup. And then Rondo could teach him. Rondo could teach him and that team how to win. Because I really want to see Trae bring Atlanta up, man. I don't want to see him go to New York and do. I really want to see him bring Atlanta up. I guess that's the half Georgia in me because I was born in Georgia, raised in Florida. So that's the half Georgia in me wanting to see the Hawks again. Because the Hawks ain't been nothing, man. They've been trashed since I think Budenholzer left. See, Penn, I don't think they're gonna bring DeMarcus back, dog. I wouldn't. I don't think they're gonna bring him back. I think DeMarcus is gonna go to a team that we'll be a surprise if he goes to. I mean, I don't know. I think DeMarcus would. I don't know where he would fit in at. I mean, there's teams who need a guy. The Rockets could use DeMarcus Cousin right now because they ain't got no big men. Shoot. I think OKC could use him, but I don't believe he'll go out there because they're not going to be in championship contention. But I think they can make. I think they're going to be better than the Suns. I think OKC going to shock the Suns. I think everybody trying to blow up the Suns too quick. I think we need to wait and see because I'm not sold on Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker is not a superstar or a star. That's just me. Yeah. Oh man, Tristan going to the Celtics, to sabotage the Celtics. Exactly, Terrell. I don't get why that's why I like what De'Aaron Fox did. That's why I like what he did. De'Aaron Fox said, you know what? I'm staying here. I'm staying pat. Dame Lillard, staying pat. You know, those are guys I respect. They stay pat. They want to stay on their team. Yeah, Joe Cool. Tristan Kardashian gonna go over there and mess the Celtics up. He gonna be leaking the playbooks to LeBron. LeBron gonna hit him up and be like, "Hey, what y'all doing? Oh, we're running this play, triple set wing left." Yeah, I mean they needed him for as far as a big man because Tristan is a center. He's not. They had him playing the four, but he's more of a five. But Tristan thing is, I just don't trust clutch. I just don't trust clutch members. I don't trust anybody who's cool with LeBrownies because whoever is cool with LeBrownies, they're going to mess your team up. We've seen that with the Clippers. They had to get Trez out of there, man. They was compromised, but they did some great moves. One bad one, bringing Marcus Morris back, but Serge and Luke Kennard was a great pick. I'm team anybody but the Celtics. Facts. I can't stand the Celtics either. I can't stand that green ish. But basketball, these things have been looking good, man. I mean, I just don't like how LeBron is already stacking the deck. He done grabbed Schroeder, he done grabbed Montrez. Who else is he gonna grab? You know, it's this is just getting out of hand, man. I'm so sick of this. This era of basketball is terrible. Yeah, man, Devin Booker way too light skinned, and then not only that, he just soft to me. I've never been impressed with Devin Booker. Even when he scored 70 points, I wasn't impressed. I thought it was a weak 70 points. That's just me. I mean, it was okay, but I just think that all he does is shoot the air out the ball. He doesn't have anything else to his game. He don't play defense. He don't pass the ball at certain times to get guys better. And I really believe Phoenix is going to miss Kelly Oubre. I think they're going to miss Kelly Oubre a lot because Oubre did a lot for those guys, especially Devin Booker. He was keeping them guys off Booker while Booker go for his 20 or 30. But I don't know, man. Yeah, he gonna talk about the double team. I'm like, dog, everybody get double team. That's what makes you a great player, is how you react to the double team. If you don't react to the double team, how are you gonna react to the double team in a real game when they're pressuring you and they're trapping you? Like, these are things that I feel he's weak. Devin Booker is weak, and I don't want him to go to New York. I don't want him to go to New York. You're right, Joe. Clutch Sports has 28 clients and only one person getting pub, and that's LeBrownies. Yeah, they did. They did lose on Terrell. I just don't see the Suns real. I see the Suns being a seventh or eighth seed at best in the West because the Jazz, I don't think they're better than the Jazz because the Jazz are getting Bogdan back. So I I think in the West it's gonna be LA, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Mavericks are gonna be better. The Mavericks picked up Josh Richardson. That was a big pickup for them. You got the Jazz. Shoot, man. Who else is there? I think OKC is gonna be fine. I think the Kings could take a step up, but they got to get rid of Buddy Hield. They got to get rid of Buddy Hield. If they get rid of Buddy Hield and just stick to De'Aaron Fox, I think the Kings could take off this year. I think they can almost get to the eighth seed. I think they'll finish ninth. That's better. Think about ninth or eighth, they could probably get there. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, Joe. I agree. John Calipari did not prepare Devin enough because Devin is too soft to me. Yep, I don't need no college. I don't need no college. Cito be killing that voice. Man, heck yeah. But that's so far in basketball the news. In the East and the Nets, I agree with you, C Pen. I would keep everybody on the Nets at the same, just keep them at bay. Let them chill. Don't change the team. Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing hurting the Kings is Luke Walton, man. I agree, C Pen, but I think their talent could lift them. And then, like I said, the league gonna try to take care of Luke. They're gonna try to push him in there. I'm banking on the league helping him get to the playoffs. But you might be right. They might not do nothing. But I think the Brooklyn Nets should keep their team together. I believe Dinwiddie and Kyrie, they need to sit down and go have a mocha or a Starbucks coffee or whatever NBA players do. They need to do something and basically get over this BS that they're doing. Well, Terrell, Buddy Hield is pissed off because Luke Walton kept benching him. Luke Walton put him on the bench to come off the bench because he shoots the ball a lot. And De'Aaron trying to get the offense going, Buddy pulling up damn near from 30, hitting, trying to shoot the shot. He raw, but Luke trying to teach them regular plays. But to me, Buddy Hield is starter. You don't bring a Buddy Hield off the bench. So he has a right to be upset with Luke Walton, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Luke Walton is white. So you know. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, what the hell was Charlotte thinking? Charlotte is gonna have the most ridiculous. I think Charlotte gonna be the most entertaining team to watch. It's either gonna go great or it's gonna go really bad. Because how are you gonna fit LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward to get? Look, you going? Gordon Hayward just left a situation where he wasn't getting the ball a lot. What do you think gonna happen when he play with LaMelo Ball? LaMelo gonna shoot the hell out the ball. Daniel Graham, I'm still trying to figure out how Daniel Graham and LaMelo gonna click. I don't see how they gonna click because LaMelo love to shoot and he don't play no defense. And then Hayward, yeah, like Gordon Hayward gets hurt too much. He's been hurt the past 3 years. He got hurt last year. I mean, this past season. So I don't know what the hell Michael thinking, man. Michael, I don't know what Michael doing, man. I think Michael just be drinking too much. I think he be drunk, man, when he be coming in here to make decisions. Because I don't agree with that. Like, why would you pay that much to Hayward? You got a good nucleus. And then you got LaMelo who could bring in star power to Charlotte. You good to go. You got your star and you got your role players. You bring in Gordon Hayward in. You think Gordon Hayward's going to be able to lead this team? How is he going to lead them? These young guys are ready to take off now. And Terrell, man, it might come out of retirement. He still will be busting their butt, just like he did with the Wizards. Man, Michael a freak of nature. But if he come out of retirement, man, he'll kill. For real, C-Pen. Might be passing out bad contracts like it's Halloween candy. Oh, well, Terrell, I agree. LaMelo's supposed to start. You start LaMelo Ball. That's your moneymaker. You haven't had a star like that since Kimba just left. Remember, Kimba left. So now you got a bunch of these young guys, and you add LaMelo. The Charlotte Hornets could be dangerous. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to give some teams some scares this year. The Hornets, mark my words, the Charlotte Hornets are going to be scaring people on how they play the game. Who else? My Orlando Magic, they got Cole Anthony. That was a good pick. I'm still trying to see how do you fit Cole Anthony and Markelle Fultz together, unless you're gonna move Markelle Fultz to the 2, or you're gonna move Cole Anthony to the 2. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work because Markelle, I mean, I hope that doesn't stunt his growth. He really did good last year for us. I just don't like Fournier. Fournier need to be traded. They need to release Fournier. I don't know why they still got Evan Fournier on the damn roster. Fournier is so trash. And then I was playing my cousin and them on NBA 2K. He suck on there too. Okay, so Evan Fournier is trying to get traded to a contender. Yes. And I think they're talking about he might go to the Clippers. Yeah, I agree, C-Pen. I would bring him off the bench first because Markelle, I like how Markelle runs the offense. The offense runs great with Markelle. What messes us up is Aaron Gordon gets hurt too much, and he's a bulk of our offense. Jonathan Isaac got hurt, and he's another bulk of our offense. So now all people worried about is Vucevic. So they double team Vucevic and they push him around. We done. We ain't gonna win. But Markelle, he gets to the second level every time. But you know, ooh, Miami picked up Avery Bradley, Joe Cool. Wow. Wow. Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler convinced Avery Bradley to leave Los Angeles. Man, boy, I'm telling you, Pat Riley is Lord Sidious, and Jimmy Butler is Darth Vader. Yeah, another defensive player, but that's good though, Terrell, because remember they bringing Dragic back. Well, see, Penn, Mo Bamba, I don't know why they drafted him. Mo Bamba does not fit our team. To me, Mo Bamba is kind of soft. To me, he has talent, but he's soft to me. He doesn't have a real strong post game, and he's scared sometimes to take it to the cup. He settled for them threes too much. That pisses me off. And then on defense, he's lacking on the switches. When they run a pick, when they run a back pick on him, it's hard for him to get off of it and get to the guy to defend. So I do too. I wish he was doing better, man. Orlando, dog, we suck when it comes to developing talent. C-Pen, we suck. We suck at develop. That's why I'm surprised Markelle did so good last year. I was surprised. You think so, Joe Cool? I was leaning more Heat versus the Bucks. Yeah, man. Yeah, Terrell. Pat Riley is an OG. But that's cool. That's a great prediction, Joe. I'm leaning more towards the Heat in Milwaukee or the Heat in Boston. I just don't see the Nets winning this year. I think the Nets going to lose this year in either the semis or the third round. But next year, they're going to take off. Next year, they're going to be a better team. I just don't believe the Nets are going to do anything right now this year. Because KD, KD got to get back right. He got to get back in a rhythm and his groove. And then we still don't know how him and Kyrie gonna react to each other. Him and Kyrie, they could be running in each other's way. We don't even know. But to me, That would be a great conference finals. I would love to watch that. KD and Butler going at it. One team defense, the other team offensively. Awesome. That'll be a great 7-game series. But I wouldn't bring Joe. I wouldn't bring Cousins to Brooklyn because they got Jared Allen and they got DeAndre Jordan. Now, if you bring him in, he could be your scorer. He could be a scoring big man, and he can open the post with DeAndre and what's his name and Jared Allen. He could help them down low. So yeah, he ought to try to go there. Brooklyn would be good. He also could go to Toronto. Toronto would really work with him. But I could see him. That would be good if he can go to the Nets or the Knicks. He could go to the Knicks. He could be that veteran guy on the team, and he could give them about 6, 7 points or 8. And if he could get them at least about 8 or 9 rebounds, he'll be solid. But that'll be a good move. He ought to go to Brooklyn because he can stretch the floor as well. And then you could keep DeAndre and Jared Allen in the post, and Boogie could do his thing. And he could dominate. But I just don't know how he'll be. Yeah, Fred VanVleet did get that bag, C-Pen. You are right about that. I got to look up, man, what he got. That was a bag. Yeah, 4-year deal, $85 million deal for 4 years to stay with Toronto. That was a great move. The Toronto Raptors woke they dumb behind up. They woke they dumb behind up. Yeah, Drake lost little brother staying in the 6. Yeah, Terrell, you were right. You told me. Terrell Hubbard is right. He told me that he would stay. I thought Fred was going to go. And Terrell was right. I was wrong. But I think that was a great move for him to stay. And plus, to Toronto, they got a good team. All they got to do is get Pascal to that next level. If Pascal could have a performance not like the one he just had, I think he'll be good. Yeah, I didn't either see Penn, but that was a great move. They needed to keep Fred VanVleet. You trust Lowry? I don't trust Lowry by himself. You got to have Fred there because Fred was saving him this whole season. He was saving him in the whole bubble. He was saving him during the season because Pascal had some games where he went quiet during the season and Fred had to take over. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Kawhi should have stayed in Toronto, but he a Cali kid. Something about Cali people don't want to be nowhere else but Cali. They just do not like being anywhere else. I had a homeboy who was in Texas. I was going to school at Texas Southern. He from Oakland. And he just did not like Texas. He had to leave. He had to leave. They just do not like nowhere but Cali. Florida people, we love the beach, but Florida, if we could get the hell up out of there, we get the hell up out of there. All the Florida people, we get up out of there. We don't even try to stay around. We can't stand Florida. Only thing we like about Florida is the women, the beaches, other than that, we ready to leave. And shoot, we'll end up in Cali. We'll end up in Timbuktu. And we always find another Florida dude. All Florida people know each other. We all know how we move. We all know how we talk. We all know how we dress. We know if you from Tampa, you from St. Pete, you from Jayville, you from Daytona, you from Miami. Kawhi tried to get a tear to Cali. I don't think it's that. I think Kawhi wanted to go to the Lakers first, but he wanted to go to the Lakers first, but LeBron was there, and Kawhi was like, hell no, he ain't going there. See, Penn, I've talked to enough Cali and Florida people myself, and you're right. I've been hearing the same things you read. It's the truth, C Penn. Every Floridian, go if you go to Jacksonville or go anywhere in Florida, people are trying to leave Florida. We do not like Florida. Florida is racist. Florida is very racist, and police get away with killing you like everywhere else. And the laws are always dictated to keep us down in Florida. And then there's no jobs in Florida. Florida lacks a lot of jobs. Right. Kobe wanted Kawhi. Absolutely. Because if Kobe knows like Michael Jordan knows, all these guys know that LeBron just ain't it, man. It's and people will tell you it's hate, but it's not hate. Nobody like LeBron. Exactly, C Penn. Florida is nothing but a vacation spot. That's why I left that bitch. That's why I ain't there no more. I left Florida, dog. Cause Florida, it ain't nothing in Florida. It's nothing there. If you're there just to go to vacation or to drink, you good. But if you going there to live, man, you're not gonna make it. I'm telling you, unless you got big money, you not gonna enjoy Florida, dog. You gotta have bread to be living in Florida, man, and going to something. But Florida, man. Florida people do not like Florida. They be ready to leave. That's why you see so many Florida people in every place. Everywhere you go, you find at least 2 or 3 Florida people. You like, why you here? Why you ain't in Florida? It's like, man, F that. Some people either got charges, some people trying to dodge baby mamas, support, but they trying to get up out of Florida, man. Florida is not what it is now. Cali, though, man, I'll stay in Cali. If Cali wants so high, yeah, Florida be taxing. And then the job, C Pen, they paying you money which don't equate. Oh yeah, Miami. Oh hell yeah. I can't stand Miami. The only thing I liked about Miami was when I went to South Beach. Other than that, man, Miami is overrated, dog. Miami is not Miami. That's all it is. You got this part of Miami, like Opalaka, North Miami, pork and beans, and then over here you got South Beach and where all the bougie people at. That's the part that you want to go to. You don't want to go to the hood part. That part there, it's like New Orleans. New Orleans is the same way. Like everybody used to brag about New Orleans, but dog, the only thing great about New Orleans was Bourbon Street. That's it. Bourbon Street and the French Quarters. The French Quarters. That's it in New Orleans. Everything else is like it's hood. Just like New York. New York the same way. I went to New York. Manhattan was like the nicest place. Everywhere else, man, was dirty. And it's not trying to be disrespectful. I respect New York. I love seeing my cousins and my uncles that live there, but man, hell no. New York, Yeah, C Pen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Miami is overrated, dog. That's the only thing great about Miami. If somebody else tell you different, then they just delusional because all Miami is South Beach, dog. That's it. Yeah, people get robbed. Dude, I told you, dog, Florida crazy. I lived out there. Like Biggie used to say, I live out there. Just don't go there. I tell people all the time, don't go to Florida being reckless. You will get your head bust. We all do not have any screws. Like people talk about like Cali and New York people, Chicago. Man, Florida people are crazy. Florida and Georgia people and Alabama, Mississippi, we are very hospitable, but man, we will F you up. We will F you up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like these people on the internet do not know, boy. I got over 1 million screws and none of them things are tight. I got 1 million screws and all of them loose, man. Exactly, Terrell, the dirty South. I have a bad temper. My temper got better. I had to work on my temper, man. C-Pen, like hell, for real, dog. My mind is not, dude. I snap. Like when I snap, I snap. Like my snap just boom, it just quick. And then I'm done after that. Once I say what I said, boom. Now, if you want to fight and go, we could do it. We could do it any day, any night. My temper is bad. Man, it's a blessing I'm still here. Yeah, Terrell, you right. Furious Man HD. Exactly. Man, I had to control my temper. I had to. I was costing myself too many opportunities. And that's a real problem in a lot of black men, man. Oh, we know you bit on foot. Oh yeah, I know C-Pen, you know. Because it's funny though, man, because it pisses me off. Like people really be thinking one way, and it's like, how do you think that way? Now we talked about that enough, but on football, man, football this past weekend in 2 weeks, it's been a crazy year, man. To me, everybody is different. The Kansas City Chiefs, everybody's talking about the Raiders and how they did a lap around the field. And to me, the Chiefs should blow the Raiders out this weekend because the Raiders are everybody on COVID. Everybody on COVID. So I predict Pat Mahomes gonna come out blazing and they're gonna dominate the game. Yeah, Terrell. Exactly. I'm the light-skinned version, he the dark-skinned version. But Kansas City, man, the only thing I worry about with Kansas City is they start off slow. Yeah, it's gonna be a funeral. You're right, C-Pen. It's done, dog. If you guys struggle with the Raiders, dog, y'all in trouble, bro. Y'all should win this weekend by a landslide. They don't have nobody on their defense. I think everybody out. But that's what I'm saying. Is the Raiders really shocked me. I really knew the Raiders are gonna be good. I did not know they would be this good this fast, but I knew they would I think they're going to make the playoffs, but I know they're not going to win the West. I still got the Chiefs winning the AFC West. I just think the Raiders are going to win it. The Chargers, they just got to learn how to close. Once they learn how to close, they'll be okay. But I still think they're going to get rid of Brother Man. I think Brother Man, Anthony Lynn, I think that's his name. I think they're going to get rid of him after this year. I hope Raheem Morris gets a job because Raheem Morris got Atlanta balling. If y'all haven't seen Atlanta the past 3 weeks, they've been dangerous. Um, my Bears need to get together. Man, Terrell, the Bears always do this. The Bears be having a team. I be telling people every year the Bears should be going to the playoffs or damn near to the Super Bowl every year. The Bears always have a defense, but y'all never can get the right quarterback. And then y'all had the right quarterback in Cutler, but y'all didn't have an offensive line. So that messed y'all up. And then before that, y'all had defenses, but y'all had sorry quarterbacks. I don't know what it is about the Bears. You guys y'all find talent, but y'all just can never put it together. Yeah, the Raiders, Joe. Yeah, they never fixed theirs. Their secondary straight. I like that kid Abram and Heath. Y'all got Heath from the Cowboys. Heath been doing a good job this year at free safety. He's allowing Abram to go around and just knock guys out. Abram out here looking like Steve Atwater, and Heath out here looking like Ryan Clark was. Heath played just like Ryan Clark used to. He got that IQ, and he's always in the right place. I'm actually glad they're competitive. The Rovers finally getting heat again. Yeah, exactly. C-Pen, Virginia Hollis. She love them white QBs. And yeah, it's finally competitive again. I'm glad too, man, because people forget the Chiefs and the Raiders. The Chiefs and the Raiders were on the level of Dallas and the Redskins and Pittsburgh and Baltimore. And I mean, Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Like, those are real rivalries. People forget those old days with Derek Thomas, Neil Smith. Neil Smith, see, people forget, everybody remember Neil Smith for the Broncos, but Neil Smith was a monster for the Chiefs. The Chiefs always used to have a defense back in the day. Derek Thomas was a monster. It's just sad he passed away. I'm so mad. I'm still crying today. Derek Thomas was one of my favorite linebackers. It was Ray Lewis, then it was Derek Thomas, and then it was Ken Norton Jr. Those were my favorite linebackers. But, you know, his untimely passing is sad. Exactly. Marty Ball was. But the only problem with Marty Ball, C-Pen, y'all used to lose the big games. That's why I never trusted Marty Schottenheimer. Marty Schottenheimer, to me, was an okay coach. Exactly, man. Derek Thomas was. People do not know Derek Thomas today. They don't talk. Yeah, Joe Cool. Derek Thomas was a monster. Number 58. He used to come off that. We never seen anybody like him since Lawrence Taylor. He was our generation Lawrence Taylor. Right, C-Pen. Y'all had teams too. Marty Schottenheimer should have won 5 Super Bowls. I'm sorry. Marty Schottenheimer should have had a lot of Super Bowls. His problem is he's too damn conservative. He's too conservative. Too conservative. He's always running the ball when you need to be aggressive to win the game. That's why Marty used to lose. It wasn't that the other coaches were better than Marty. Marty was a great coach. He's a Hall of Fame coach. He just did not know how to close the deal. And that used to piss me off. Like Marty Schottenheimer, I lost money betting for Marty Schottenheimer because I love Marty Schottenheimer. He's a great coach. Him and Dan Reeves, great coach. Yep, the Chargers team, Joe. They should have won Super Bowls. But Marty Schottenheimer is too damn. He play not to lose, and I hate coaches like that. Play to win. Who cares about losing? Play to win. Don't play to lose the goddamn game. The hell you doing? That jump was crazy to me. But the AFC right now, exactly. Y'all could have had 2 Super Bowls. Joe Montana was amazing that year. Joe Montana showed everybody I could play with or without Bill Walsh. Joe Montana proved he was the best right then and there. But the AFC, man, the Titans, what is going on with the Titans, man? The Titans ain't been the same since that COVID thing. They have not been the same. They have been terrible. So I don't know what it is with them. They are terrible. They do not look good. And I believe the Colts are going to win that division. Even though Felicia Rivers does mess up, I still think they could win because that Colts team is talented. That defense, that running game, Naheem Hines is starting to play. Naheem Hines is playing his game now. Right, exactly. C-Pen. They're missing people on their line. I think they're missing some people as well at receiver. AJ Brown dealing with injury. He's questionable a lot of times, but he go out there and be a trooper and play. The Titans ain't really looking good, and I think the Colts gonna come back and beat them. And I just feel sorry for Deshaun Watson, man. Bill O'Brien really effed him over. Yeah, Terrell, I picked the Cardinals before the season, before the DeAndre Hopkins trade. I picked them to make the playoffs because they're that damn good. And when they got DeAndre Hopkins, it was over. It was over. That team started going because Kyler Murray is the greatest thrower of the ball since Dan Marino and Warren Moon, I have never seen anybody throw the ball like how Kyler does. Kyler is amazing. Now, I'm not taking nothing from Mahomes. Mahomes has a great arm, but Kyler has an arm like with it's crazy. It's like never seen it before. But Mahomes got a strong arm too. Mahomes is more like Brett Favre. I keep telling people. I told people before ESPN start running with it, man, Pat Mahomes is the next Brett Favre. I'm like, y'all seen me talking about it. Wasn't nobody talking about him being Brett Favre. Everybody was saying that they didn't trust in the Pat Mahomes. I was the only one, well, besides C Penn, because I didn't know you didn't C Penn, but when Pat Mahomes was coming up, I said he was gonna be that guy. Yeah, C-Pen, yeah. Yeah. I didn't have him winning the MVP or the NFC West. I just had him making the wild card because I knew the NFC East was gonna suck. And I don't trust the Bears or the Packers. I think the Vikings are gonna mess around and make it tough in that division. I think the Vikings are gonna catch everybody. I may be wrong, but I think they're hot. They're on a 4-game winning streak. Patrick Mahomes. Terrell, man, come on, man. Man, Pat Mahomes straight, man. He just a half breed. That's all. The Ravens, I'm like I said, I had the Ravens in my power ranking at 7th or 8th, I believe. And I still think they're around that range. The Ravens are not gonna make it this year to the AFC Championship. I think, well, it depends. If they play the Kansas City Chiefs early, I believe the Chiefs will beat them. But if they play everybody else, I think they can beat everybody else. I just think the Ravens just cannot beat the Chiefs. That the Chiefs got their number, but I think they can beat everybody else. And I don't count that New England game, man. That game should have been called. It was raining a hailstorm out there. Nobody could play in that weather. But Lamar impressed me. Lamar played great in that weather. Terrell, you right. He too pretty. Hell yeah. I hate that man. He too pretty. He look way better than me. F Pat Mahomes. That boy like F Pat Mahomes. He too pretty. But I think the Ravens will be fine. I think the Ravens are still gonna make the playoffs. I still think they gonna see Finn stupid and laugh my A off. It's all good. But the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson to me has to continue getting better. I think the problem with the Ravens right now is they're having an identity crisis. They're listening to everybody tell them you need to be throwing the ball. That's not your game. That's not your game. That's not your game. Russell Wilson got some goodies this season. Oh man, Terrell Hubbard is on the roll. He killing the chat tonight. But what was I talking about, man? I'd have forgot because Terrell got me over here dying laughing. Yeah, Russell Wilson is taking over, man. But yeah, the Ravens. Um, the Ravens are having an identity crisis. And I think they're listening too much to the media instead of just listening to themselves. Look, Lamar Jackson can win throwing the ball up 15 to 25 times a game. He could win that way. There's nothing wrong with playing that way. He's not Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a natural thrower of the ball. Lamar Jackson is still learning and trying to get better at throwing the ball. He could throw the ball, but he's not a tight window thrower like Patrick Mahomes is. He can't thread the needle at times. Sometimes he can, but that last game, I don't count that game. That was a monsoon out there. But Lamar Jackson, he has taken a step back. I see it. But as far as he's taken a step back as to me making big plays, like all those big plays he did last year, a lot of those have been minimized. And to me, he's learning how to try to adapt. And also the offensive coordinator, I just do not understand how the hell did you, how the hell, this is what I don't understand. Like, how the hell do you call that 4th and 1, that 4th and inches, you run a wildcat? That was the dumbest play I ever seen, and Roman should have been fired right after that game because that was some bad play calling. Exactly, no, the ledge. We talked about that earlier. Trez is an agent. I talked about it on that video. Three Stooges and the LeBrownies. You know what I'm saying? No, the ledge. They fake. Yeah, Terrell, stupid, man. Like, it's, that's what I'm saying. It's like, but Lamar Jackson has to continue growing. If he continues growing, Lamar Jackson's going to be a dangerous quarterback for years to come. His impact to me is the best impact we've seen of any of these quarterbacks. Now, the Cleveland Browns, we all might as well just say it. Baker Mayfield is a bust. I've been telling people Baker Mayfield is overrated. I've been telling guys in college he's overrated. He played at a goddamn stacked school in Oklahoma. He had receivers and weapons everywhere. And him and Pat Mahomes played against each other. Pat Mahomes outplayed him. That Texas Tech game versus Oklahoma, Pat Mahomes outgunned him. Now, I think Pat Mahomes' team lost, but as far as the play, Pat Mahomes was more impressive than Baker Mayfield. I knew this. I knew this a long time ago about Baker, that he wasn't that good. And the Cleveland Browns continue to suck. Look, just move your team from Cleveland and just rename your whole team. Don't come back to Cleveland. All the Ohio teams need to leave. Cincinnati need to leave. The only team that's good in Ohio is Ohio State. He is right. No, the ledge. He's not Tarzan. He's Jane. Right. Terrell. Lamar Jackson is ugly and underdog. Yeah, he's an underdog. Lamar, like us, man. Lamar's a hard worker. He was gifted with the natural athleticism, and he's something we never seen. Like I told you, he reminds me of Randall Cunningham. He's on the same trajectory that Randall Cunningham is on. Randall Cunningham, by his 3rd or 4th year, was throwing the ball nice. They still were saying that you got to throw the ball better. So it's always going to be something about Lamar that we're going to nitpick, and that's fine. But Lamar Jackson, the thing that's great about Lamar Jackson is his leadership. He has great intangibles, but he also has to learn, if your team is down, you got to find a way to bring the team back. And the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, he's not doing nothing different. He's doing the same vanilla plays. He's still doing the basic fake here, fake there, run the option, sometimes throw out of that play. So basically, you have to carry yourself out of there. And the coaching staff has to understand, you have to let Lamar be Lamar. Don't put parameters or put clamps on Lamar. Don't just limit him to the pocket. Now, I agree with C. Penn. C. Penn is correct that he has tough times throwing outside the numbers. He does. But at times, he has thrown a couple times outside the numbers and done well. He's just not consistently doing it. And to me, it comes time. This is only his 2nd full season he's starting. He's going to have growing pains. He's going to get better. Now, the AFC East, I really believe the Miami Dolphins are going to come back and take that division. I do not trust the Bills. I do not trust New England. Now, if New England run the ball and just make a few plays here and there and play tough defense, New England could sneak it. But I just don't see it. I see Miami taking this division. I think Miami could take the AFC East. They could represent them in the playoffs. I could see it. Their defense has been tough, and Devontae Parker at receiver. Devontae Parker starting to creep up into my top 7, the top 6 receivers, because he been balling. I still got to do that list. I still got to do that list. My top 5 receivers of all time. I still got that video coming, you guys. Make sure to be on the lookout for that. But the thing is, what we have to do is, and everything is, when we're looking at these teams playing, I like to watch them in situations, when it's situational football, when it's situational time. How can they perform? And to me, right now in the AFC, you got the Steelers. The Steelers, to me, just start off slow. Big Ben has not looked good all year. I still believe Big Ben, there's something missing, but he's winning games in the clutch. So you can't get upset with that. The Steelers are going to win by running the ball and playing defense. They have the best front 7 in the game right now. I don't want to hear about the Bears. The Pittsburgh Steelers has the best front 7. Their front 7 is hellacious. Then you got the Bears. Then you got the Colts. The Colts are up there. You got who else is up there? The Rams, they come and go. Boy, I love losing in the Super Bowl. Exactly. The Buffalo Bills are going to choke to me. I just do. Everybody was jumping on their bandwagon before the season, and I kept telling people, the Buffalo Bills do this every year. They did this in the 2000s when they had Kerry Collins as a player. They had Drew Bledsoe. They had everybody. And they still were struggling. They had Eric Moles at receiver. They had Terrell Owens. They had that other guy who was raw. What was his name? I think it was Jackson or something. Was it Jackson? I forgot that Buffalo receiver back in the day. Steve Smith. I think it was Steve Smith or Steve Jackson. I think it was Stevie Jackson. That dude was raw. Steve Jackson. He was raw. And they had another guy. Evans, Larry Evans, I think that's his name. No, Lee Evans. They had Lee Evans at receiver. So the Bills always had teams. They just love losing. They just never been able to close the deal. They've always struggled. Yeah, T.O. was raw. So I just don't understand it. But I think the Dolphins are gonna come back and win that division. I see not only the Dolphins winning it, I believe they could. I think they could give a run in the playoffs, but I think they'll lose the first game. But yeah, I got the Chiefs in the AFC conference game championship. I got the Steelers versus the Chiefs, or it's going to be the Ravens versus them. But I still think the Steelers are going to play the Chiefs. I think it could be Steelers and Chiefs. And then in the NFC, the NFC East just need to blow they whole mind out. They just need to get a gun and just boom, go to sleep. The NFC East is so damn trash. I don't understand. And the Giants, I believe, gonna win that division. I believe Daniel Jones is gonna pull the Eli Manning. The years they won the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl this year, but they're gonna make a run to the playoffs and they're gonna lose in the first round. But they could get crazy hot. Minnesota, I believe, could shock everybody and take the North if they keep playing what they're playing. Now, if they lose to Dallas this weekend, then that's out of the question. But they could mess around because, look, the Vikings have beat the Lions, the Packers, and the Bears. They beaten everybody in the division. So all they got to do is just beat the teams outside the division, and they have a chance to win it. But they got a great running game with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, to me, is the best running back in the game. I mean, no, the second best behind Henry. He's the second best running back in the game, Dalvin Cook. Right, Aaron Rodgers is going to choke. I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers. The Packers haven't played nobody. When the Packers played the Bucks and they played the Vikings, they got their ass kicked. They're not built like that. They're not built to tough it out in January or February. They're not tough. They're not mentally big. They're not mentally tough enough to go against the Bucks or go against the Saints and all these teams. But the Saints might be in trouble because Drew Brees is out, and now they're talking about starting Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna see, but Taysom Hill probably gonna be another Tebow. He gonna be just like another Tebow. I'm telling you, he gonna do the same things that Tebow did. But I think he could throw the ball a little better. I think he could throw the ball a little better. But the Saints, they're in trouble. They're in trouble, but I believe they'll be fine because Sean Payton, this isn't the playoffs yet. So he usually gets his team out of a hole and he makes sure that they keep going for the ultimate prize. But they're gonna get exactly, C-Pen. I do not understand why you would start Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. I would start Jameis Winston, but we gonna see. Taysom Hill, we gonna see what he gonna do. To me, he gonna be another Tebow. He gonna be just like Tebow. Right. I ain't surprised either, C-Pen. You know, if you white, you right. You black, that's whack. That's just how it goes. Yeah, the New Orleans Aints. Yeah, that's how they gonna look. I think the Bucks gonna come back and take that division because the Saints gonna lose. I don't see the Saints winning down the stretch. And in the NFC West, like I said, the Seahawks, they split the season series with the Cardinals. I still think the Cardinals is the best team in the West. I just do. The Rams to me are just a good home team. The Rams only play good at home. When they're on the road, the Rams get their ass kicked. They get beat all the time. They play like Jane on the road, but at home they play like Tarzan. You're not beating them at home. You're not beating them at home at all. You will lose. You will lose to the Rams if you play in Los Angeles. It's just facts. They're tough to beat there. The Niners is unfortunate. Their whole team is hurt. But there's rumors saying that Dak Prescott, they're going to try to go after Dak Prescott in San Francisco. Would that be a great fit? Yeah, because Kyle Shanahan knows how to coach players. Remember, he coached RG3 before. Even though RG3 and Dak are two different quarterbacks, but that would be a good look for Dak, and then that would, I think, help the Niners because the Niners will have they'll have a real quarterback instead of that bum Jimmy G who keeps getting hurt. And I keep telling people, Jimmy G is not good. Jimmy G is just a better Trent Dilfer. That's it. He's a slightly better Trent Dilfer. That's all Jimmy G is. And you got to think about, look at this era we playing in. We're not playing in the era where they can actually knock your receiver out coming across the middle. So the numbers, of course, are going to favor Jimmy G more because he's playing in a league where it's all passing. So, you know, that's just how it goes. But in the NFC, I think it's going to be the Bucks versus I think it's going to be the Bucks versus the Saints. I think they're going to try to push the Saints to play the Bucks. Or it's going to be the Bucks and could be Green Bay. Could be the Rams. You know, this might be a preview of it. So, you know, you just don't know. So, to me, the Super Bowl this year, I think it's going to be I think it's going to be out of the Saints, Bucks, and Rams. Well, not the Rams, but the Cardinals. Out of the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings could get hot. In the AFC, I got the Chiefs, Ravens, or the Colts, or the Steelers. So, hey, you know, but that's what I looked at. The NFL guys is looking good. We'll see what's up. I'll look at the games today. I got them recorded and I'll come with a video. I still got to look at Thursday night's game. I didn't get a chance to see it. It was a good game, though. I saw some of it. I want to go back and break down film. Now, guys, I will be doing a live. Yeah, C-Pen. I wouldn't be surprised, C-Pen, if they lose. If they lose in the first round, they play. if they get a bye week and they play that next round, I believe they could lose because I just don't trust Big Ben. I think Big Ben is holding them back, aka rape. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it because we on the live, but Big Ben, man, I just don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. But thank you guys for coming, man. You know what I'm saying? I worked today. I just wanted to do a live to show my appreciation to all of you guys. Terrell Hubbard, Know the Ledge, C Pen for the win, T Hubbard, Joe Cool. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all love with you guys, man. You guys have always been here supporting me from day one. And I couldn't ask for better men to represent my platform and to show me love like you guys. I really appreciate you guys. I'm going to do another live. Most likely I'm gonna do another live probably tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do one tomorrow. I'm hoping Carcino and them ain't on a Jenny so it doesn't block out so you guys could come over here. We could talk about some things. The next live I'm going to give you guys my top 5 receivers of all time. You guys have the option to agree or disagree. Then you guys give me your 5. We go over it. And then we go from there. And then we're going to probably talk about who do we feel going to win the championship next year. We're going to talk about that on the next live. I'll probably do that live tomorrow. Thank you guys for listening, man. One love. Stay safe out there. And we out. Live boy.